show you guys what we're using. Last video we were using jigs to catch salmon. Today we're going to be using a fake egg sac. So I got 2 beads and then the rubber egg sac, and this is in a bright pink color. The 2 beads prevent the egg sac from sliding down onto my hook, and we'll see if we can catch any fish today. I love fishing natural eggs, but if I can get away with fishing you know, soft eggs. Oh, there's one. We're hoping for coho today. See if we can't get this guy in. Big old chum. So I think we'll have to weed out the chum to get to the coho, but that's why we're using this egg sac. Let's see if we can land this guy. Right in the mouth. Let's get a good look at this guy. Incredible. And we're gonna go ahead and get him released. Awesome. Oh, had to bring him over to the bank to land him. Gear was floating away. My egg sac is now gone, which sucks. All right. Show you how I've rigged these egg sacs. They're from Big Sexy Baits. Just take this is 20-pound line, and I just push it right through this egg sac and try to get it as centered as possible. So it wasn't really centered. Another way you can do it is you can slide it on your hook like this, okay? And actually use this back part of the shank, the barb, as a little hook, and pinch it together like this, and then you just slide your egg onto your line. It should pull the line through like that, then you're good to go. So I'm all rigged up. Just got to tie 1 knot and back after. That was a big old chum though. Had to be pushing 10 pounds, but you can see he definitely chomped it. Those big male chum salmon are super aggressive. Rigged up, ready to go on out. Gonna be dealing with a squeaky reel. Oh, that sucks. See if there's any more fish sitting in this little area, and then we'll go up there and see what that next little run has to offer. Pro tip, don't get your reel wet. It sounds awful. All right, one more cast, we'll keep moving. All right, this spot is looking juicy. The nice deep section, but look at all these trees. So all these trees, oh yeah, there's a fish right there. All these trees float down here when the river's high. They're just like massive trees, huge root systems. Look at that one over there. But we got a nice deep section here that I think is gonna hold some fish. Same technique. We're just up about 100 yards from that other spot, and we're gonna go ahead and give it our first cast and see what we can find. So this tree right here is a nice little current break, so there's a nice deep seam. I did just see one jump further out in the middle, so we're gonna start close to the bank and then move further out and see if we get any bites. So it looked like it was just dragging a little bit, so just made a little adjustment, went a little shallower. Our bobber's tilted sideways, right by my bobber. Before we switch, I'm gonna get the setup dialed in. I'm gonna add some split shot down towards the bottom of this setup so that I know for sure I'm getting down at the depth that I want. Alrighty, here's the setup now. We added a little split shot, probably a foot above our soft bead, soft egg sac. And that's just to help this buoyant lure get down. So that one, I think we got him on the back. So I'm gonna move my bobber stop further down, right? We don't want to be looking them in the back. So I went shallower, so it's up over their head. We don't want to be dragging on top of them. It's hard to see out there how deep that middle part is. That one's in the mouth though. Oh, popped off. That's a fish. Okay, we're hooked up. See what it is. Could be a coho. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Saw the tiger stripes. Oh, pulled too hard. Darn. It's alright. It was a chum. We saw it. It doesn't count, but we saw it. There's another one. This is a nasty chum. For a second when it did that tail walk, I thought it was a coho. But we're gonna just quickly let this girl go. Oh, she popped off. There she goes. Nice quick release. I'm okay with that. That one was starting to get nasty. Since these salmon are coming up here to die and lay or spawn and die, they will start to develop fungus on their body as they start to decompose and basically rot alive. Pretty sad, but you know, it's a success that these fish are up here, right? And they're making their way home, and we've had kind of a low water situation for most of this fall, so it's good to see these fish around. And chum are known for turning super fast, so when a salmon comes into the fresh water, stops feeding, and it relies on the fat content, chum salmon specifically start turning way faster. So when these fish are out in the ocean, they're, you know, bright silver, beautiful, and then as soon as they hit kind of the salt, the lesser salt, so Puget Sound and the rivers, they start turning super quick. And that's why a lot of times people won't eat chum salmon or just say chum salmon needs to be smoked, because the meat will start to get pale and mushy. I've had smoked chum salmon and it's actually really good, but you still want to make sure you're keeping, you know, fish that are pretty silver. All the ones that we've caught today would not be good to take home. And even then, I'm gonna sort through the chum to get to that coho, which will cut better if it's not too turned. And when I say turned, I mean like colored up. So I'll put a picture on screen of what a silver chum looks like, and then what it looks like after it comes into the river, and then vice versa with the coho salmon, what they look like, how they look once you know, they're spawning and up in the rivers. Oh, there's one. What is it? Chum. Popped off again. I might drag set super tight, just fine. Darn. I have it set super tight because these are strong fish and I'll be fighting them all day. If I see that it's a coho, I'll loosen it up and play the fish a little bit more. But hopefully this is showing you guys that, you know, one, adding a split shot to your bobber setup makes a difference, right? I mean, we were fishing in this spot for quite a few casts and weren't hooking up, and then we added this split shot right here, about 12 inches above the hook, and that's really helped. And then also, don't be afraid to try something new, right? People, you know, are big about fishing jigs for chum, but as you've seen today, this bright pink egg sac will also get it done. And you know, this catches coho, steelhead, bull trout, rainbow trout, anything that eats these salmon eggs will eat that plastic egg. So don't be afraid to try something new. You never know if that will actually help you catch more fish, you know. And that's the beautiful thing about this salmon fishing, is you can go out, try new things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you may stumble upon something that no one else is using, and on a given day you have that in your arsenal to go and throw, and have the confidence that, hey, you know, everyone else around me is throwing jigs, spinners, but I'm gonna throw, you know, a soft bead, or vice versa.